this is Gilmer, and this is episode 14 of my Let's Play Rise of Prussia. When I last left you, one of the things we were doing was moving Heinrich von Preußen back from Koenigsberg because Koenigsberg is not producing any supply. And we don't really know why. I haven't asked anyone. That supply actually looks kind of full. But I can't rely on it because the supply stocks that it shows for Koenigsberg is 0. So I cannot rely on that. So I'm moving these guys back. We're going to put them in a place that I know gets supply, and that is Kohlberg. And it's really a shame if that's the case, because that is more than likely why the Russians haven't even moved yet, is because they the AI knows that they're not going to get enough supply if they move through here in any form or fashion. So it's kind of a shame, because that kind of takes away from the game in total, because I built this army. I built the army of Heinrich von Preußen to directly counteract the Russians, and if neither one of them actually fight a battle, then it pretty much cuts out a whole part of the game. So I'm kind of disappointed in that. The next one, let's just go down through it. Kurt von Schwerin's army, he is leading the Nord army. We're moving him to Berlin, and from there we are going to move north into Sweden. And we're going to try to knock Sweden out of the war. And if we knock Sweden out of the war and Russia never really actually advances, this game is almost over, because all that's left will be the Austrians, which we've already inflicted several disasters on them, and the French. And the French are still in pretty good shape, but only because they're kind of hiding over here, and there's no supply in this city as well. If there was supply in this city, I'd probably come down here, take Dusseldorf, move across here, and come up here and destroy this army. But I can't do that because I don't have any supply in Wesel. So I'm moving this guy back because he is down to 568 power. He normally has about 1468. Or 1448, so he's at a little bit more than 1/3 of his normal power because of snows that he was sitting out here in the middle of the snow, and attrition hit him very severely. And that's pretty much it. I have a 2-star here, so when I get Kurt von Schwerin up here, I can make him a corps as well, and then I will move on to Stralsund, Actually, I've been pronouncing it wrong. It's Stralsund, not Stralsund. The S is after the L, not before the L. Sorry about that. Some of you, if you live there, I don't know if it's an actual city at this point in time. This is, in modern times, in the 1700s, obviously it was a major fortress. But I don't know if it's still one now or not, or if it's, in ruins or what. But if there's a city there, the people are probably laughing at me for mispronouncing that. Of course, I'm probably mispronouncing plenty of names around here. There are a pretty good amount of actual 1-stars here in Berlin that I might actually add to Schwerin's army. I made a brigade out of Fleming, and I don't know why I guess it's still building. It doesn't say it's still building, but it looks like it's still building. Yeah, he has to be still building because it just locked this general. He's still building as well. Kleist's Grenadiers. Let's put it there. Let's take those out. I don't know. I don't want him in there. And let's, if he's active, see, now this is working very well. is nice. I like that. And then the Frey Battalionen. I don't think I ever made him into a brigade either. Well, it's nice for me that all three of them were active. So they're raring and ready to go to get into Kurt von Schwerin's army. Let's take a look at the victory points. 120 to 83. That's still a pretty commanding lead. That's 37-point differential. So I'm pretty happy about that, because let's say that, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to be winning battles here very shortly. That number will go up, and I have plenty of time in this year to actually do some things. I don't know if I'll get any national morale bumps if I knock Sweden out of the war, but I would think I probably would, but you never know. So he has 9 days before he gets to Prague, that's nice. That's good. That's plenty of time. He'll get there, and give him a little time to rest up, and then we'll start coming over here to take on, what is his name? I forget his name. Was he Lucchese? I think he was. We'll take on Lucchese and see if we can't get another major destruction of another major Austrian army, and then if that happens, then we will start moving southeast. We'll try to build a depot or something around here, or maybe a fort and a depot, and then move on to Brunn. Once Brunn is taken, it'll be time to go to Vienna. I think if I take Brunn, I will not go northeast to Olmütz. I'll go and take Vienna first and try to, if I knock Vienna out of the war, that's a game, I think. I'm pretty sure it is. And so that's exactly what I'm planning on doing. I'm glad I still have Keith's army pretty full. If Kurt von Schwerin takes Sweden, I want to bring him down here and help out in Austria. And yeah, that's a little bit of my strategy. I'll keep Frederick over there to keep the French all tied up. It's pretty nice that I was able to relieve Wesel, because that is really their jumping off point. But if it doesn't generate supply for me, it better not generate supply for them. But if it doesn't, that de facto knocks the French out of the war, basically, because if they can't take Wesel, then they have no base of operations. I guess they could come in here and take Munster, because I think it generates supply on its own. It's a size 5 city, but that's going to be a hard nut to crack with Frederick the Great over here with a potentially 4,000 to 5,000 power army, especially with this new division coming down. Once he's a core, he probably will jump a little bit in power. No, he has enough command points. Actually, he is a core of some country. Some army. Probably, does it tell me that in the mouse over tooltip? I don't see that it's saying what army he is. Oh, this will tell me. He is a core of Frederick the Great's army. So we're looking at potentially a 6,000 power, army opposing the French. And if they have to take Munster before they can do any kind of offensive operations in Germany, they're not going to do it. It's just not going to happen. They really need this Wesel to kind of fall back to, if they, so that they could potentially move around me. But if they have to go to Munster, they can't move around me. They have to come right to me. So it's kind of disappointing. I really want to win the game, but I don't want to win the game kind of in cheap fashion like that. I know that I talked about a couple of gamey situations in some earlier episodes, and one of them I didn't plan on doing. Another one I felt like it was it was kind of a fair trade-off for something that the game had kind of done to me. So I don't really want to win, with the AR crippled like this. I can't use the French or the. No, okay. I was about to say, why isn't Frederick moving? But he is moving. Well, I thought he was. See, I don't get that. It said it was going to take 14 days to get to Munster. They're not even halfway there. I don't get that. Reinforcements and Region Wesel. He's a 1-star. I was about to say if he was a 2-star, I would make him a core of the Elba army, but he's not. Excuse me. We got this guy coming over here. That's good that he's a 2-star. It'll help me reorganize the army a little bit, maybe. Shuffle them around to better places. Okay, let's look at the messages. The London Convention. The Prussian alliance gets +5 engagement points, +5 national morale, and 300,000 thalers. I don't really need money. By the London Convention, Britain agrees to subsidize Prussia and to maintain an army in Germany, the army that we're getting to use. We got 5 national morale and we lost 5 national morale, but we are still down to 117. We need to have some more battles. Reinforcements in Wesel, that's what we talked about. This is still going on. Completely out of supply now. That sucks. He is too. 2 days or 2 turns. Sorry. That guy's going to take 4 turns. It's a good thing that the Russians are essentially out of the fight. I mean, I know I said I want to fight the AI at full strength, but after, this army's going to be gone. This army going towards Koenigsberg is going to be completely in thin air. It's going to disintegrate into thin air. What a damn disaster that's turning out to be. Why does it take 19 days? Why does it take 8 days to move into that? Oh well. Well, if it's going to take 19 days, let's just go ahead and make it 25 days. And then it'll probably end up taking him 45 days. And he's up to 702. I know what I need to do. Why didn't anybody tell me this? You people are supposed to... Why can't I build it in Castle? No. Now I can't build anything. And why does it reset all the way to the beginning of the list? It's kind of screwed up too. Oh well. We'll build 2 of those. I guess it's conscripts are what's causing it. Why does it take 72 conscripts to build supply train? That is insane. That's a lot of conscripts to build supply. Does he have any supply? Yes, he has 2. Well, I know that Wukanau had 2 when I built this fort or this depot with his supply unit, so that's why he doesn't have any, but it's kind of crazy. It's going to take him 11 days. Before it said it was going to take him 14 days. Now it's just going to take him 11 days, and he's only moved one. And it only takes 2 days to move into this region. I don't know why he's not moving fast. It's insane. He's a fast mover, and it takes him a full turn to move one region. So if somebody knows why, I mean, it's got to be a unit or something, some kind of unit slowing him down. Maybe this guy has something called slow movement, and it makes everybody slow down to his creepy crawly movement. No, no, strong morale, he's okay. Let's see. All right, here we are. Prussian detachments, Prussian detachments. Oh, we received a garrison unit for Prague. See, that's what I was hoping for earlier when we lost it to that one brigade. I was hoping for a garrison to spawn, and it finally did. He's at 2371, 1300. So that was what? 36. He's another 1300, so that's 49. That makes him 5500. Did I count this one? No. So that's 6600. Let's let them rest one more day and gather a little. As you can see, their cohesion is down, and morale a little bit taking a hit. So let's let them rest for another day. Let's actually put them on defensive, so that I think that might help them a little bit, gain a little bit more, and then we will be ready to start making some more moves this year. If you're watching, I sure do appreciate it. I know that a couple of people have talked to me on the AJOT forums and said they are watching, which I do appreciate. One person actually even said he was waiting for episode 14, so I went ahead and said, well, I'm going to go ahead and start recording it then, because if I've got people that are waiting for it that much, I really want to, get it out to them. Well, it looks like that is about it for this turn. Done. He's still moving. He's resting. He's moving. He's moving and losing hit points as he moves. And then the only other real large formation is Wukenau, who is just a core. And he's at half strength right now. I need to let him rest a little bit more on this supply depot so that he can get up to 1400 and then come down here and besiege Frankfurt on Main. So let's save it and let's execute the turn. And we'll just see what happens. I don't think anything's going to happen this turn. I don't think there are going to be any kind of battles. I don't think the Austrians are in a real good position to fight any battles. I don't think the French are going to fight any battles. They'll probably try to take Wesel before they fight any battles. And did I talk about the Russians? The Russians are sitting over there, sitting out the war, basically. Even though they declared war on me, they're sitting out the war. The Swedish, I destroyed their armies too. They only had that one small guy, and he's besieging Lubeck, and Lubeck's, really a throwaway state in this game because they don't have any troops to speak of. They had just a couple of troops as a garrison. The garrison is only, a power of 230 points, so I mean it's nothing. Now let's let's see where all the snow is. Well, the snow's in good places, actually, because the snow isn't in Munster, which is where Frederick the Great is supposed to be. Hopefully he's there by now. I'm going to look at that. The snow's down here where Wukanau is, but he's sitting on a supply depot, so he's okay. The only other place I think I have troops in snow areas is... Scroll's not working too well. I guess you have to be really zoomed in. The only other place where I have troops in the snow is here at Prague, but since they're sitting on Prague, they're in good shape as well. So it's early May, so I'm hoping that this is going to be the very, very, very last of the snow. Look at this. 12 days now. Come on. What is going on? This is insane. Why are they going so slow? Are they dragging around a freaking anvil or something? This is insanity. It told me when I was in Wesel, it told me it would take 14 days to get to Munster, and so far it's already taken 30 days, and it's going to take another. If it works this time, it's going to take another 12 days. So that's 42 days for somebody with a fast mover trait to get to Munster. I don't understand that. I really don't. I mean, I like this game, I really do, but that's kind of you know, if this was my game, I'd be a little embarrassed by that. Capture a French Fort St. Louis, or Louis, I'm sorry, French Fort Louis. The French trading port of Fort Louis, Senegal, is taken by a small force of Anglo-Americans, disrupting the supply of slaves and other commodities to France and the French West Indies. And it gave me a bump in national morale, and it gave them a penalty of national morale. Meyer's Freikorps. Johann von Meyer raises the first Prussian Freikorps in view of the conducting petty war operations on the Austrian border. Well, that's interesting. Where is he? What kind of troops? So he has... These are light cavalry, and I think they are very good at moving very fast. And they have a huge patrol evade, numbers. And they have the ability to pillage and the ability to skirmish. Although I don't really know. Set an ambush. You can set an ambush with these guys. I don't know. I've never used that, but you can set an ambush in heavy terrain with them, and they get bonuses. But since it's such a small force, I wouldn't think that it really matters that they have an advantage in battle. If they go up against a large army, they're going to get beat. But even so, I think they're good for raiding. If I really, really, really wanted to, and maybe I will, I can see they go fast. You bring them down here. Takes them 10 days to get all the way to Poldiswalde. Do I want to go that way, or do I want to go this way? Although I don't really know what their true value is, and I don't know what the true value is in pillaging. So he is there. He can't take any longer than Frederick's taken. Okay. Austria is besieging Lubeck, but has achieved nothing this month. The British contingent has arrived in Bremen. Oh, I was hoping there was another one coming. Von Teufel's brigade, so they gained some replacements. Gonna let's do that. Let's take a look at this. 15 days. Look at that. He's down to 243. And he's down to 367. That army was 4,000 or 5,000 at one point. Jesus. So that's a damn disaster for me. The only thing is, the Russians are still sitting out the war. If I was Austria, I'd be pissed at them for doing that, but for me, it's good news because the army that I was going to use to fight them is almost completely gone. So let's just execute. Well, let's take a look at morale. 116.85. Oh well. I keep saying I'm going to have battles that'll build that back up, but it's getting to the point where it might not. I might be in the same starting position I was when I started the game. Of course, they don't have enough. They don't have very many troops anymore. So that is definitely beneficial to me. I still have the main army intact, sitting at Prague. I still have Kurt von Schwerin's army, which is a very strong army. And Frederick the Great's army is still in pretty good shape. So I have 3 strong armies, and they have 1 moderately strong army, and the rest are just formations. Can't stand up to a full army. British subsidies delivered to Prussia. 1 national morale. Whoop-dee. I lost 4. That's amazing. Okay. Well, that's part of the reason why I did that wrong. That, my friends, is the way you don't build supply units. I built Hanoverian supply units for a castle formation. I mean, he can use it, but if I had done it with, oh, maybe I can't build them anywhere. What the hell? There's nowhere to build castle units. Nice. Very, very nice. Okay, he's almost full power again. And of course, it takes him 2 turns to get there now. Okay. And look! Frederick is still going. So now it's been 45 days. And it says it's another 6 days. So that's 51 days. Unbelievable. This guy is still sieging. Boy, he must be one of the most worst generals ever, because he should be able to take that place pretty easily, but he has not been able to do it. And of course, Kurt von Schwerin's still 1 day away from getting to Stettin. Oh well. And he'll probably need to rest a little bit when he gets there. Well, he'll have 14 days, hopefully, to rest up. This guy could be a good scout. Let's use him for that. We'll move him down here and see what we can find. And plus he can shit, what's the word? Live off the land. I know it's scrounge, I guess. He can live off the land. So he'll be okay. I can move him around down here and cause havoc, hopefully. Let's see what this guy's doing. 1 day away. And he's at 42 power. And this guy is at 319 power. Unbelievable. Let's he has no supply. He has 2, so he's still in okay shape, but he's still losing a lot of cohesion. And he needs supply, so let's see if we can build Prussian supply, not Russian supply. We definitely don't want them to have any supply. So I can only build 1. Why is that? Why can't I build more? Or maybe it's because I can't build. Okay. Can't build 1 in Koenigsberg. Now I don't have enough conscripts because it takes 70 conscripts to build supply train. Okay. Oh crap, I was going to actually put some of these guys with von Schwerin. Well, he'll have to wait. He'll have to wait a couple of days before he continues north, so, or a couple of times before he continues north, so we'll just move these guys up there. I don't think there is any major chance of anybody attacking Berlin at this point. So, save that. F5. 2996 to his 511. Current morale is 117 to their 86. I've checked him. He's up to 3200. So what's that? 1500, really 1600 plus 3200. That's 48. Another 2000. That's 68. Another 1800. That's 86. 700. That's what? 9300 power. Damn. Okay, it's time to get. Let's get into the war. 8 days. 14 days. Probably won't make it all the way there in 14 days, but we can always hope. He has plenty of supply. He has none. Let's give him some supply from this formation. I don't want anybody to not have supply. What about Linkscom? He has 2. Wilhelm. He has 3. I've already checked him. He has 2. So, yeah. So they're all on synchronized movement. So they're all going there. And we're going to take on this guy. That's a pretty big force, but I don't think he can take on 9,300 power. Of course, by the time they get here, they're probably going to be about 6,000. But yeah, the supply might help them keep their cohesion and their power. Alright, let's keep it focused on this to see what happens. I actually probably gonna, this is my 3rd turn, but I think I might run it for a little bit longer because I really want to see what's going to happen when I go up against Lucchese again. In Nimburg. Never heard of it. Sounds kind of goofy. Like Nimrod, Nimburg. Hope I'm not insulting anybody from there if it's a city right now. I'm sure it's a great city. I'm not going out of my way to put it down. See? Now see, it told me he would take 14 days, and he moves in 14 days. He's already there. That's what I'm talking about. Capture of Fort St. David. Austrian coalition -1 EP, but +2 national morale. That's not good for us. And then India, British Fort St. David, south of Pondicherry, is captured by a French expedition force led by General Lally Tollendal. Well, that sucks. Habeas corpus bill defeated. The habeas corpus bill is defeated in the House of Lords. The bill would have extended habeas corpus, an important instrument for the safeguarding of individual freedom against arbitrary state action, if passed. Hopefully everybody knows what habeas corpus is, but for some reason it gives me 2 EP and 2 national morale. I guess it's because it's it helps out authoritarian governments or something, I guess. English expedition against St. Malo. Must have failed. English expedition against St. Malo on the coast of Brittany. An English force of 13,000 men, commanded by the Duke of Marlborough, lands at the town of Caensal near St. Malo. Preparations to besiege the port of St. Malo are interrupted by the advance of French reinforcements, and the English troops are evacuated, burning the nearby towns. Louisburg sieged. Prussian allies -3 EP, and Austrian -1 EP. In Canada, the siege of French fortress of Louisburg begins. With Louisburg under French control, there is no way that the Royal Navy could attack the heart of New France via the St. Lawrence River unmolested. The British expedition force consists of 150 transport ships and 40 men of war, housing 14,000 soldiers, almost all of whom are regulars. The fortress is defended by Chevalier de Drucourt with some 3,500 regulars, as well as approximately 3,500 marines and sailors from the French warships in the harbor. Well, and something about that is that on the AJOB forums, or maybe the Paradox forums, I don't know. I believe Narwhal and Loki, or Narwhal and Bears, had a French and Indian War, AAR, which is part of that scenario, is part of the Wars in America AJOB title, and it's an excellent AAR if you ever check it out, because reading that one and reading some of their others really helped me learn some of these titles a little bit better. But as I said, I'm not an expert on it, but even so. It said we were sieging this place. Why would we siege that place? 2,900, 4,500, 6,300, 8,000, 8,500. Okay. This is what we've all been waiting for. 3 days. Let's make sure they're all on offensive posture. We want them to fight long and hard. That's what she said? No, sorry. That's from The Office. But that is definitely something I'm glad to see, that they kept a lot of their cohesion and strength. He should get the slow mover trait. I think that would be more. That would be more representative of how fast he's been moving lately. Yeah, it's I don't really know that I can do much more with these, actually, unless these guys are good generals. He's a 3-1-1. That makes him better than this guy. But I don't know if I can demote him without some kind of penalty. He's got a decent strategic rating, but he doesn't have a very good offensive rate. But you know what? He started out at 402, I think. So now he's up to 513 from winning a couple of battles under Frederick. But Frederick's still only a 643. Oh well. These things are still moving down here. He's still moving to here. Oh, let's check on Heinrich. Or let's check on Kurt von Schwerin. Power is at 144. Let's see if we can't add some of these to some of these guys. Yeah, he's okay. Werner's force. Let's put him with. Well, let's see. He's a 623. He's a 513. Prince Karl. Let's see if we can't add a brigade or two to Prince Karl. Did it go in? Guess it did. Frey Batalionen. He's at 24. He's at 23. He's at 14. Okay. We'll put those guys with him. Who's at 10% still? Oh, this guy. Let's see if we can't move him. Okay, he's at 33. He's at 0 of 16, so let's. Oh crap. He's at 0 of 16, so let's add a few to him. I think. Oh, look at this guy. I forgot about this guy completely. So he is not able to do his. See, he can't. Oh, I wonder if it's because those guys are of different nationality than him. Probably is. So, okay, let's put some of these with Kurt von Schwerin. They're all militia. They're not going to be good. We can load up von Schwerin with him. So he's at 16 of 16. These guys are 0 of 0, so they're ready to go. So let's see. They're at 200. That's horrible. That's another 543, 743, 2743, 4,000, 4,900, 5,800, and then another 800, 6,400. So let's see how long it'll take him to move. 16 days. Grief. I think I'm going to get him there and build a depot. Let's just put all. He's inactive. Actually, Fouquet has a brigade and he's a corps commander, so you can be a brigade commander and a corps commander. That's interesting. But I think you have to be the brigade commander before you're made a corps. He can be active. He's active. He's active. And he is not, but that's okay. That's why it's taken him 16 days to get there. If he was active, he wouldn't take that many days. So let's see what's going on with him. He's back up to 471. That's okay. He's at 573. It's really disappointing what's happened to that. Okay. So I've looked at him. He's doing this. I've looked at him. I really don't know what to do with him. I wish I knew if there was supply in Dusseldorf, because if there were, I'd go down there and take Dusseldorf with Frederick the Great. He's moving. He's got 1 day. He's not even an army, but he's in Kolberg. He's moved. He's waiting, and he's moving. Should I move with Frederick the Great? Where should I move to? Okay, well, says 10 days, which means it probably take 3 turns. But all right, let's save this. Let's focus on this region. Probably should have brought Seaton with me, but that's not very many troops. But he could have 2 days. The hell with that. 1 day, 2 days, 5 days. That's no good. Yeah, I don't think I can make it. I don't know why it only takes them 1 day to cross the river here. I guess because there's a road there across that, I'm not sure. But let's see if I can do it. It's not worth it. I don't want to get him destroyed. So let's save this turn and execute it. And let's see what happens. This should be a pretty big win here in Nymburk, and I'm really looking forward to really putting some damage on this guy. And then after this, I'll probably stop the episode because it will be probably 45 to 50 minutes long at least, maybe even closer to an hour for all I know. I don't remember. Uh-oh, here we go. We should win this one. Yeah, that's Lucchese. That really should be their biggest army left. Except maybe the French, but the French don't seem to be too anxious to move any further than they are after we weren't able to take Wesel. This is probably going to be a 15-minute battle.
Angriff!
And I'm not talking because it's hard to talk over this battle. Not bad, not bad. Prussia has raised a new general. Your enemy has raised some replacements. 5 national morale gained on that battle. Oh well, it was still a good battle. What does that say? Gilmer has arrived. Okay. that's the that Depot Grenadier Battalion I was telling you about. So it gave me 3 replacements received, and 3 replacements I think will replace 9 hit points. And then these 2 guys are done. These are supply, yeah. So we'll move them here. And another one is actually being built there, so it's alright. Let's see. Nicholas von Puttkarner has been congratulated for his action against the enemy. He is now promotable to a new rank. Is there somebody in there? Surely not. Oh. No, that's... I wish you could see it. Wait a minute. We're besieging a fortified camp? There's nobody in there. Oh, wait a minute. There is one unit. A supply unit. Oh, well. I really want to take him out, because he's still got most of his army left. I gotta take this freaking damn... No, well, no I don't. No, I don't. I could move here. No. Alright. Hey, morons, you're supposed to move with the main army. But that's okay. Let's see what if this guy... Why can't that guy... Whatever. Okay, I think I'm going to call it a turn or call it an episode here. I really do appreciate you guys watching. I my Gilmer, and you know, I love these games, and you know, sometimes they're a little frustrating with some of the things that are going on, but overall they're still excellent games, and I really still enjoy them. I wonder if that's the reason why we weren't getting any supply. I wonder if they're blockading the entrance. No, because it would say it. It would actually say that this and now they have supply. That's not right, pals. That is not right. Wonder if Wesel has supply now too. Holy shit, look at that. Now they have 2,500 in supply. What the hell is going on here? Okay, anyway, thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you next time. I might do another episode right after this. So, yeah, you know, you might see 2 tonight. I'm going to save that turn, and then I'll turn it off. I will see you next time.